25-23. As we get set for game 2, San Benito and Mercedes both fully believing that they are the team that can win this. Game number 2, both teams were one and one in pool play coming in. Lady Tigers out on top 1-0 to start this second game. Next serve across by the Tigers is a good one by Zamora, played by San Benito, tipped over in the back corner, covered by the Lady Tigers. Zamora keeps that alive, and they can't get it across the net. A point to San Benito. We're all tied up at 1 apiece. On the return of serve, Lady Hounds were able to put that deep in that back corner. Set things in motion. A serve across by Areli Agado, played by the Lady Tigers. San Benito back on the attack at you. Tipped over by Devany Castillo. Ball up in the air in the center. A spike by Mika Vinto, played off the net by the Lady Hounds. Tipped across again to the back row, this time played by the Tigers. Up high left side, coming across with it is Risa Moya. Rally continues, looking for the back corner. Out of bounds it goes. Devany Castillo and Mercedes back on top at 2-1. Each team at 1-1 in pool play. Lady Hounds looking for the back corner, got it in. A nice placement by Zamora for the point. Karime Zamora able to score that point. For San Benito. Back to serve is Haley Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a jump serve, gets that over. Lady Tigers on the attack with a back set for Mika Vinto. Took too much off, and the Lady Hounds score the point. San Benito on top 3-2. Next serve across. Played by Mercedes. Ball at the net, punched over. Lady Hounds on the attack. A big swing, covered nicely on the back row by Zamora to keep that alive. Back over it goes. San Benito will score again and go up 4-2. Another serve coming up for the Lady Hounds is Haley Rodriguez. Before that, they have some verification at the scorer's table. Additional coverage coming your way. What happened in between games is we had an area in which the volleyball players were warming up. And just one of those 1 in a million shots, of ball hit right at the place where the internet cable was plugged in, and it broke the connection. Fortunately, we had a spare wire, and are we able to run our cable and then get that back into place. Happened minutes before we went on the air with the broadcast of this pool game. Lady Tigers with a back set to Vinto. That's across on the angle, played by the Tigers. They'll control it. Again, they'll set Vinto. Tips it over. Lady Hounds there to cover that. Castillo gets it over. Tigers looking to attack again. This time they'll set up Ayala Ledesma. Lady Hounds right back at you, and Castillo puts it away. Devany Castillo with a kill. And San Benito up 6-2. Now in game 1, neither team ran away from the other as it went down the stretch for the final 2-point victory for the Lady Tigers. Vinto this time on the attack, got the kill. Tigers on the board. Makes it a 6-3 game. Taylor Vinto now rotates back to serve for Mercedes. Gets it across, played by the Lady Hounds. Ball at the net, punched over. Back over on the San Benito side, a big swing and a kill this time by Perez. Perez at the front of the net, able to get that point across. Serving now is Devany Castillo. That's in the net. Point to Mercedes. Lady Tigers will substitute into the game. Taking the place on the front row is Zimia Puente. Meanwhile, back to serve is Caitlin Garcia. Garcia serves it up. A high pass forward for the Lady Hounds. Nice dig that time by Vinto on the back row for the Tigers. Ball back over on the San Benito side. Lady Hounds on the attack again. They'll set up Soria. Isabel Soria on that outside left. Lady Hounds trying to attack again, looking for Soria, but 2 hits called. Another point to Mercedes. Cuts the lead down to 2 at 7-5. Short serve, played back across the net. Tigers get that back on the San Benito side in the blink of an eye. Ball back on the Mercedes side. Lady Hounds to serve, up by 3. Serve over, played by the Tigers. One-handed in the San Benito side. Lady Hounds back on the attack with a back set this time to the front of the row. That's in on the back row on a kill by Soria. Isabel Soria able to get that one home. Tigers will serve first, a timeout. Mercedes will talk it over. San Benito up by 4. Back after this.
How to add the VTX1 app to your Roku device. All your favorite shows from VTX1 Channel 1 and exciting games broadcast on Rio Sports Live can be added onto your Roku device by following these simple steps. Step 1. Scroll down to search and push OK on the remote control. Step 2. Type in VTX1 by using the arrow keys to move the cursor around the...
Back here, we'll get you back how to get to our Roku channel a little bit later on. San Benito up 10-5, and they'll be serving after the timeout was called by the Lady Tigers. Back at the service line stands Catarina Guerra. Tigers looking to attack. They'll set it up on the middle. Played by the Lady Hounds. That back row stays active. Set up left side. Outside hitter is Isabel Soria. Her hit is covered. Hounds again set up Soria. Got it back in the back row. Taylor Vinto there, or Mika Vinto there to keep that alive. Ball at the net, back on the San Benito side. Hounds attack again. Soria again, back corner. Vinto right there. Racing over to help make the play is Ariza Moya. Ball back on the San Benito side. Hounds set it center this time. You had a Perez, and that's off the Tigers. They'll get the point on the net challenge, and it's a 4-point game. Long rally that time, and the Tigers able to secure the point. Rotating back to serve for Mercedes is Kiki Pena. Pena puts it across. Lady Hounds right there. The setter is Areli Agado. Set it up left side, and Soria puts it away. Once the pass was on the money, the set became much easier to place that on a platter for Soria to put it away. Serving Perez. Played by the Tigers. Back set this time off the net. Played over on the back row by the Lady Hounds. Set it up again, Sarria. She's been active, but this time in the net it goes, and a point to Mercedes. They have been consistently going outside left to Sarria once she rotated to the front row. Substitution in the game for San Benito. Here comes Sydney Castillo into the game. Castillo will replace Sarria and now take a spot on the front row. Meanwhile, the Tigers will serve. Hounds on the return of serve. Set it up left side again. This time in the net it goes. They went right to Zoe Bentoncourt as she had rotated forward. The hit in the net. Serving now is Caria Lemus. Lemus sets it across. Lady Hounds, again, on the second hit, get it over. Tigers able to play that. Back on the back row. Lady Hounds on the attack again. Set it up far side for Sydney Castillo. That's right back on the San Benito side. Center set this time for Bentoncourt. Back row, a nice play by the Tigers. Back there in play was Caria Lemus. Ball in the center again. Another spike. Lemus right there to dig that. Ball off the net. Free hit coming up for San Benito. The pass to the left side, back to the center. Free hit coming up for the Tigers or Mercedes. They'll go on the attack, set it up center for Vento. Tipped it over the block, punched alive, and back over on the Tigers side. Good hustle by either team. Now Vento gets in position, unleashes a hit. Hounds there to challenge that and get it back over and score the point. Longest rally of the game between the two teams right there. And San Benito able to score the point. And they'll serve up 4. Back at the service line is Sydney Castillo. Vento there to return the serve. They'll set Vento on the left side. Punches it over. Lady Hounds on the return. Set it up at the net. Back up front is Devaney Castillo. Her hit is blocked. Back on the Tiger side. They'll go on the attack again. High set left side. Tipped over. Hounds there to play that. And miscommunication on the final hit. Mercedes will score the point. 2 players back there, neither able to move forward. And the ball softly falls on the San Benito side. Meanwhile, substitutions into the game for either team. For San Benito on the back row, Madeline Cole. On the front row, here comes Avia Ledesma for the Tigers on the front row. Hounds get it over on the second hit. Tigers on the attack. Set it up center. Mika Vento. And in the net it goes. Point San Benito. Mika Vento normally going to produce there at the line when they set her in the center. Point awarded. San Benito maintains control of the lead. Areli Agato on the serve and serves up an ace. Agato rotating back to the service line. Shores up the first point. Now it's a 5-point lead. Her serve again coming up. This is game 2 of this best of 3. Across played by the Tigers. Good pass this time. Center set for Vento. Covered by the Hounds, but that's going to be a lift called on San Benito and a point to Mercedes. On the lift, the Tigers will substitute into the game. Here comes Ariza Moya now, or check that. That's Sarina Lemus into the game on the front row. Lady Hounds set it across. Tigers go on the attack. Set up Ledesma, got it off the block, got the point. Ledesma using the block to her advantage as they were off the net, enabling her to score the point. Lady Tigers to serve again. Shorter serve this time, played by the Hounds up near the net. They'll dig it out of there and then one-handed over by Castillo. Here comes Vento, 2 hands it over the blockers. Diving play, kept it alive for a moment. Good effort that time by Areli Agato, but nothing doing as Mercedes scores the point. 2-point game. Tigers battling back. Timeout. Back after this.
Pushing OK to enter the letters. When you're done, choose the VTX1 option on the right-hand side of the screen. Then push OK. Step 3. Choose the Add Channel option on the right-hand side of the screen and wait for the application to load. Congratulations! You have now successfully added the VTX1 app to your channel lineup. It can be found on the main screen under Home at the bottom of the list. For more information, visit the VTX1 website at vtx1.net/OTT.
Back here after the timeout call by San Benito, back to the service line for the Lady Tigers stands Riza Moya. And Moya now, after a couple of points in a row while serving, can get her team even closer. Short serve, that's near an ace. Back over on the Tiger side, good chance here for the attack. Set up Ledesma, that's in the net though, and a point to San Benito. They went right to Ledesma on that outside left. And in a good position that time, Avia Ledesma just missed on the hit. Back to the service line is Haley Rodriguez for San Benito. The libero puts it in play. And that's an ace served up for San Benito's Lady Hounds. Rodriguez placed that right in the middle of the back row. And both players got caught watching the other as the ball fell short. Serve across. Another ace served up. Back-to-back aces for Rodriguez. She's using the shorter serve right now to catch that back row off guard. 5-point lead for San Benito. Another serve coming across. Played by the Tigers. Good pass this time. A high back set for Mika Vinto. Right there. Played by the back row of San Benito. Good chance here for the Tigers to go on the attack. Second hit over. Lady Hounds switch it right back in attack mode, and Devony Castillo puts it away. Castillo on that outside left. Once they got her set, she was able to finish that one off. Rodriguez back to serve. Jump serve, played by the Lady Tigers. Back set for Vinto, but 2 hits called. And San Benito now back up by 7 here in game 2 of this best of 3. Haley Rodriguez to serve. Jump serve across, played by the Tigers. A high set in the middle. Hit across, played by San Benito's Lady Hounds. Castillo again gets it over. Tigers able to play that. Zamora gets it back on the San Benito side. Set up Castillo again. Zamora right there to dig it. A high set middle for Vinto. Tips it over the blockers. Got the point for Mercedes. Mika Vinto at the middle that time. Able to find the right spot. She'll rotate back to serve now for Mercedes. 6-point game though. San Benito, it was a 2-point game at 14-12. But then a 5-1 run by the Lady Hounds. That's going to be in the net on Mercedes. Another point to San Benito. They win the race to 20 here in a game to 25. Devony Castillo to serve. In the net it goes. A service error gives a point to Mercedes. Substitutions off the bench for either team. For San Benito entering the game is Isabel Sarria. 2 new players in for the Tigers as to the front row goes Ximia Puente, and back to serve entering the game, Caitlin Garcia. Lady Hounds will set it up on the left side. Sarria. Played by the Tigers. Lady Hounds on the attack again, set up Sarria. Back row right there. Garcia digging both of those hits. Tip back over on the San Benito side. Again, they'll go right back to Sarria. This time, Vinto back there to dig that. Off the rafters. Tigers able to play that. That ball stays in play as long as it's on their side of the court. Blocked this time at the net by the Lady Tigers. Good play that time by Ximia Puente up there to challenge. Ball at the net. Off the block and a point for the Lady Tigers on a kill by Carilla Lemus. Lemus able to finally put that away. 5-point game. Lady Tigers to serve it up. Good pass this time by the Lady Hounds. They'll set up Perez. Gets it over. Back row attack this time, and Mika Vinto gets the kill. Off the back row, Lady Tigers trim the lead back to 4. They've got to within 2 here in this game. Have never climbed a hill any further than that. Rally continues here. Tigers keep it alive. And that one sails out of bounds. A point to San Benito. Back to serve for the Lady Hounds is Katarina Guerra. Guerra will get that one across. Played by the Tigers on a back set. Hit across, diving play keeps that alive. Good play by Devany Castillo. Ball back over on the Tiger side. From the back row, Zamora. Off the net this time, Carilla. Lemus gets it across. Hounds on the attack, on the angle. That's a kill for Yahira Perez. For San Benito, they go up by 6. San Benito now serving again. Short serve, played by the Tigers. Ball off the net, tipped across. Good chance here for San Benito. A high set middle. Played over, off the back row, point San Benito. Lady Hounds now up 23-16. Another timeout called. This one nearly in the books for the Lady Hounds. Tigers making one last stand after this.
Start the new year off right. Alpha Men's Primary Care wants to remind all men it's time for your annual physical. Call to schedule an appointment. It's about the body, mind, and emotion. Stop feeling sluggish, having no energy, or being stressed. Alpha Men's Healthcare believes in a holistic approach to your overall health. Even if you have low testosterone, diabetes, high blood pressure, or gained weight, let Alpha Men's Primary Care help you increase your energy, stamina, endurance, and quality of life. Start feeling young again. Alpha Men's Primary Care is changing the way men's healthcare is done.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones.
Back here on Rio Sports Live. Lady Tigers get the ball over. Lady Hounds set it up in the middle. Spiked across for the back row. That is just out of bounds. And a point to Mercedes. Lady Tigers, it's 23-17. They don't have much room for error here if you're on Mercedes. They'll serve it across. Short serve, played by the Lady Hounds of San Benito. High set at the net, tipped over. Vinto there to dig it. Back over on the San Benito side. Back there is Katarina Guerra to keep that alive. On the kill attempt, it sails deep. Out of bounds off of San Benito. And so the Mercedes Tigers within 5. Big spike this time, played by Vinto. Nice dig for the Lady Tigers. Back over on the San Benito side. High set in the middle, spiked across, down for the point on a kill by Isabel Sarria. Sarria enters point number 24 for the Lady Hounds. Chance now to serve for the win. Ball up near the net, punched over. Here go the Lady Hounds trying to close out game 2. Tipped over the block. Nice coverage that time by the Tigers. Set it up on the far side, down on the angle on a kill by Carilla Lemus. Tigers not quite finished yet as they are able to stave off that game point. Now serving are the Mercedes Tigers. San Benito on the return. Set it up high on block back at you. Back on the San Benito side, right back in the direction of Bentoncourt. Blocked again by Vinto. Another point, Mercedes. Back-to-back kill attempts by Zoe Bentoncourt, and both times Mika Vinto was right there to answer the call. Hounds tip that over the block, played by the Tigers. Off the net this time, two-handed to the back row. Played with a pass forward, set up Sarria, tips it back corner. Right there is Zamora. High pass in the middle, tipped over the block. Diving play kept alive by Agado. Ball back to the Tigers. Set it off the net this time to Puente. In the net it goes. Point San Benito, and they win game number 2, 25-20. Mercedes got the first one. San Benito gets the second one. They'll flip a coin, and we'll decide who serves to start a quick race to 15 in game number 3 after this.
Benito, aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
South Padre Island Golf Club. Come for a visit. Stay for a lifetime.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito. Back to the game we are here in Mission, Texas. I'm Joe Bowling with you. Thanks again for joining us. Jacob Young on the camera for this one as we are rotating some personnel around, trying to get some new blood into Rio Sports Live to assist in the expansion, which is on the horizon here. Billy Watson and Bert Ruiz down handling the show from Port Isabel today. I can already tell you this is my fourth game today, and I can hear it in my voice. By the time we get to game 12 tonight, it's going to be an exciting adventure for me tomorrow. An extended timeout here between games, as these two teams will enter game 3. Of this best of 3. The winner will be 2-1 in pool play. And that will it'll set in motion who's going where tomorrow in bracket play. Tomorrow there's a gold bracket and a silver bracket. Top team in this pool has already been established. They went 3-0. That was Mission Veterans. These teams, each 1-1 coming into this one. And so the winner will be at 2-1 and will be in the gold bracket. The loser will fall to 1-2 and will join Idea Quest in the silver bracket. Eventually the championship game will be played out here on this court. And who will make their way through here? Coming up later on, we'll roll right into additional bracket play, or pool play that is. As our next pool, we'll have Rio Grande City, Edinburgh Vela, Laredo United South, and Brownsville Porter all mixing it up in games. Long pause again as they are talking it over now at the scorer's table.
So we're going to 25.
And so this game will go to 25 in this best of 3. Normally they go to 15, but they're going to go to 25 according to the officials. We just keyed up the microphone right in time to hear that. So they'll go to 25 as we start off play. Tigers will be serving. And away we go. Lady Hounds on the return of serve. A high set in the middle, looking for the first point of the game. Nothing doing yet. Ball back on the Lady Hounds side. A high set, cross the court. Tip back at you, back on San Benito's side. Now the Tigers a chance to attack. Set up Mika Vento, middle. Tips it over the blockers. Covered nicely by the Hounds. Back on the Tiger side, and again they'll go right back to Vento. This time her swing is played off the block. Back on the Lady Hounds side. They'll try to set something up. Back row attack coming across by Rodriguez. Back to the back corner. Back there to cover that is Madeline Cole. Ball at the net, off the net, on the kill. Zoe Bentoncourt, 1-0 San Benito. So a long rally for point number 1. Aurelia Gatto back to serve for San Benito. Played by the Lady Tigers. Tip back on the net, block back across. Tigers finally get it over. Hounds on the attack. Set up Castillo off the block of Vinto, but it's kept alive. Tigers get it back on the San Benito side, but out of bounds it goes. And the Lady Hounds go up 2-0. Two nothing game. Back to serve for San Benito is Aurelia Agado. Agado gets it across, deep serve, out of bounds it goes. 2-1 game. Appreciate you joining us here on Rio Sports. If you're watching on our social media, please be sure on the Facebook side of things, that you will be sure to save the link and then share the link. 3-1 game, San Benito on top. They'll serve across. Good high pass for the Lady Tigers. Tipped across in the back row. Lady Hounds on the attack. Back to the middle they'll go this time to Perez. High set this time for the Tigers. That's off the block. Challenge at the net and point San Benito. All out effort that time by the Lady Tigers. Back here we go. 4-1 ball game. Lady Hounds set it up off the net. Castillo, that's off the net and a point for San Benito as it falls home. 5-1 game. Back to serve for San Benito is Guerra. Tigers set it up. Vinto tips it over. San Benito right back on the attack. A high set this time looking for Castillo and a point scored. She finds it on the back corner. And a 6-1 lead for San Benito here in game 3 of this best of 3 series. Rodriguez to serve again. Jump serve, knuckleballs over. That's an ace. San Benito up 7-1. Timeout called by Mercedes. All San Benito here in game 3. We continue after this.
Kano Auto Sales 2 in Harlingen. Choose from a wide selection and score big today on West Expressway 83.
Right now, check out this 2014 Hyundai Elantra GT. This car is loaded with a leather interior, satellite radio, Bluetooth, and it's yours today for zero money down and $175 a month. That's right, no money down. Drive away today, just $175 a month. Or feel the power of this 2016 Dodge Challenger. This includes the RT Scat Pack, includes navigation, satellite radio, a reverse camera, an Alpine stereo system. Practically new with just 31,000 miles, powered by a 6.4-liter 392 Hemi engine. This today on the lot at $33,999.
Financing is available with lending for all types. Every deal's a winner at Kano Auto Sales 2 in business since 2002. Harlingen, Texas.
Ball sails out of bounds, and after a timeout, which was called by the Lady Tigers of Mercedes, they're able to stop the run by the San Benito Lady Hounds. As it's now a 7-2 game. Now we've got a substitution checking in the game for the Lady Tigers. Back to the service line. We'll rotate Arisa Moya. Moya serves it up. Short serve. Lady Hounds set it up, this time for Perez. Got it over on the Tiger side. Back set this time, right side. Played by the Lady Hounds. A high set right back to Castillo. Tips it over the block, played by the Tigers. Mika Vinto back on the front row, by the way, for the Tigers of Mercedes. That's over her block. Played on the back row. Nice dig that time by Carilla Lemus. Hounds on the attack, right back to Castillo. Back row, point San Benito on a hit by Castillo. Ivani Castillo on the kill. Back to serve is Castillo. Rotating back in, Isabel Soria. Ball across. Up near the net. That's a point for San Benito. Another serve coming by Castillo. Played on the back row by the Tigers. Up high to Vento. Spiked it across. Nice diving play that time by Rodriguez to keep that alive. Ball back on the Tiger side. They're down by 7. They can't give up many more here. Even though it's a game to 25, you just don't want to fall behind, especially double digits in a tightly contested game. That one gets just out of bounds off the edge. And San Benito able to score again. They reached double figures first at 10-2. Another serve coming by Castillo. Played right back on the San Benito side on the return of serve. Tipped over this time by Perez. A high set for the Tigers. Across on the angle, got the point on a hit by Avila Ledesma. 10-3 game. Tigers now to serve it up. You got to crawl back in this one and find a way to scratch your way closer. There's a point for the Tigers. A little 2-0 run here by Mercedes. Mika Vento back to serve. Return to serve by the Lady Hounds for a back row attempt. That's in the net, though, off a hit by Castillo. Ivani Castillo back there. And they're comfortable setting her on the back row. That time just mishit into the net. Another play by the Lady Hounds. This time they'll go to Soria. Ball up high. Blocked. Hounds keep that alive. Tigers go on the attack yet again. Set it up on the left side. In the net it goes. Point San Benito. A longer rally that time. San Benito able to secure the point. Back to serve is Katarina Guerra. Guerra gets that over. Tigers set it up right at the net. Tipped over on the angle. Diving play keeps it alive. San Benito will make the play. Tigers, though, of Mercedes. Back row attempt. Vento tips it over the blockers. Played, though, by San Benito on a nice cover. Ball back on the Tiger side. Set it up right side on the outside. That goes in the net. Point San Benito. Another long rally, but San Benito able to score the point. Lady Hounds back to serve. Katarina Guerra, again another serve across. Played by the Tigers. Back set this time Vento. In the net it goes. Point San Benito. Lady Hounds up 13-5. Tigers looking for something here. Off the net, played over on the San Benito side. Back set this time for the Lady Hounds. That falls in for a point, San Benito. (14-5) your score. Played by the Tigers, punched over. Point Mercedes on a hit by Carilla Lemus. Lemus spotted an opening on that back row. Substitution in the game for the Lady Tigers. Here comes Caitlin Garcia into the game. Garcia to serve. Played by the Lady Hounds. Let her perfect pass. Set up Soria. And it's going to be in the net. Point Mercedes. Tigers able to score. 7-point game. They'll serve again. Lady Hounds on the attack with a back set this time. Tipped over and down the line. It stays in bounds and they score. Twice now, San Benito has attacked going down the sideline, and each time the ball landing just in play. Back to serve is Yahira Perez. Yahira puts it over. Played by the Lady Tigers on the right side. Punched over the left hand that time. Lady Hounds on the attack. Soria gets it over. Ball back on the Tiger side, and they'll score the point as Azalea Trevino just kept that ball in play and eventually got it past the defense. Substitution in the game for the Lady Tigers. Here comes Kiki Pena back in to serve. Ball over on the Tiger side. That may have been going out. They'll play it back over on the San Benito side. A high set, and Soria puts it over. Played by Vinto up high in the middle, and a point for the Tigers as Puente gets the point. Zemia Puente that time, able to find the right spot. 6-point game. Tigers to serve. Back corner, played by the Lady Hounds. From the right side, and that kill will go down. Soria that time rotated over outside right and able to produce the point. Substitution in the game for San Benito. Entering the game is Madeline Cole. She'll serve. Cole gets that across. Off the net this time, the Tigers play it from the right side. Cole there to dig that. A high set this time by Agado, and the hit, though, carries out, and Mercedes scores the point. It's 16-10. Lady Tigers serve it up. Lady Hounds up by 6. Set up Castillo. Nice diving play back there by Zamora to keep that alive for a moment, but a point to San Benito. Once Castillo rotates front row, she's able to deliver for San Benito's Lady Hounds. They'll serve again. Played across by the Lady Tigers. A high set to Vinto this time. Looking for the angle, and she got it. Mika Vinto able to find the slot. 6-point game. Tigers back to serve. Karime Zamora. Zamora puts it in play. Diving play by the Lady Hounds. Vinto there to keep that alive. Up high to Vinto. Tips it over the blockers again. Got the point. 5-point game is Mika Vinto able to score. Tigers ready to serve again. Greyhounds on the center set. This time Castillo off the block, got the point. Delaney Castillo scores again. Back to serve now. Haley Rodriguez back at the service line. And Rodriguez with a jump serve. Tigers with a center set. Vinto off the blocker, played by San Benito on the cover. Castillo looking for the angle. Back row there to play that. High set up, punch down the sideline, and a point scored as Avia Ledesma takes a page out of the San Benito book and is able to paint the line. 5-point game. Tigers rotate back into the front line. Azalea Trevino. Serve over. Played by the Lady Hounds. A high set this time and tipped over the blockers. Ball still alive for a moment. Nothing doing. Point San Benito. So now what's happened is San Benito's built this nice, comfortable lead. And the Tigers just keep edging close, and then it goes back out to 5 or 6 points. Timeout called. Tigers. Game 3 will decide this. Back after this.
TVNS specializes in provider services, respite care, and emergency response services. TVNS are pioneers in the home care industry, in service for over 37 years. 11 locations from Brownsville to Corpus Christi, from Harlingen to Laredo.
Today's game is sponsored by TVNS, the pioneers in serving our community with the highest quality in provider services.
Our professional advisors at Employee Retirement Services have been providing financial and retirement planning for many years for employees of different employment.
If you've spent your career in education and are ready for the next chapter, let the professionals at Employment Retirement Services help. You've worked hard, and now it's time to relax and enjoy with peace of mind and security.
Help fulfill your retirement needs. Come experience the difference with us.
And let's plan your retirement together. Call us at 956-440-8774 to schedule your appointment today.
San Benito able to score out of the timeout. They maintain the lead and the momentum as Castillo serves it over. Lady Tigers won the first game of this. San Benito tied this up by taking game 2. And now here in game 3, San Benito has controlled the lead. They score again and go up by 8. 21-13 your score. Back to serve for San Benito is Devani Castillo. She'll put it in play. In the net it goes. Point Mercedes, and the Tigers needed that. They're not total backs against the wall right now, but they can't give up many more till they edge into this lead by a considerable margin. Serve across Mika Vento. Lady Hounds set it up. Soria gets it over. Ball on a back set for Vento. Unleashes the hit. Played by the back row of the Lady Hounds. Soria again gets it over. Played again by the Tigers. Back on the San Benito side to the middle this time. They'll go to Perez. Ball back for the Tigers. Set up on the left side off the block. Point Mercedes. Well, there's one back. The Tigers are going to need 5. Oh, now they'll call that a point to San Benito. They had initially awarded that to Mercedes, and then they reverse that and give the point to San Benito. That's in the net. Another point to San Benito. That's a killer call. Mercedes still scratching their head over there on the sideline as to what happened. Serve across. Tigers now set it up. Punch it near the net, nothing doing. San Benito scores. And now the Lady Hounds are one away from capturing this and taking second place in this pool. Agato serves it up, or check that, that's Guerra serving. Tigers tip it across and get the point. Mercedes with the angle that time to secure the point. But a 9-point lead for San Benito with 0 margin for error for the Lady Tigers or Mercedes. Right down the middle on the pass. Hounds get to that, but over it goes. And out of bounds, another point for Mercedes. Well, that's one game point they've staved off. Do you have 8 more, and that's just to tie it? Deep serve. Back corner. Plays that for the Lady Hounds. Back row there to play that for the Lady Tigers. And the net it goes. Game over. San Benito captures this set. They win game 3, 25-16. And in a good match between these two teams, it goes 3 games. Mercedes won the first one, 25-23. San Benito takes games 2 and 3 and advance on in pool play to the gold bracket with a victory here. That's going to do it for this broadcast. We've got to get ready for the next one. Until next time, I'm Joe Bowling for Rio Sports Live. So long for just a while.